is your favorite kind of music?
I like gospel. I play gospel all the time.
Do you have any favorite gospel songs?
Uh, my mind ain't too good. I can't think of too many. But I like the Jackson Southern Airs, and I like the Canton Spirituals, and I like Jody Gunn and the Mighty Clouds of Joy. I love all of those singing, but I can't think of the name of the songs, not right off. I ain't too keen on topics and stuff.
Did you have a teacher that changed your life?
No, I didn't. I didn't have a teacher to change my life because I don't know why. My teachers, they were hard teachers. And I just didn't let them change my life. I just went on my own way.
How would you consider yourself in terms of faith? Do you consider yourself to be religious, spiritual, or a person of faith?
I would say I'm religious and I have faith. So I would say both of those. I'm a religious person and I have faith in God that He do anything you ask. All you have to do is have faith in what you ask Him to do, and He'll do it. I know that. So I have faith in God, and I trust in Him. That's it.
Growing up as a kid, were you raised in the church?
Yes, I was. We had to go to Sunday school and church. We had to do that. So that's it.
What thoughts, feelings, or images do you experience when you hear about a death of someone that is close to you?
I feel like caring. I'd be sorry for them and wish I could do something to help.
So, so can you tell me how you felt when Lydia passed, which was my brother, and that was your grandson whom you raised?
Oh, I was real sad and sorry because he was gone, and it lingered with me a long time. That was hurt. It was hurting. Really sorry for me. I couldn't believe he was gone.
Are you and your siblings closer now since you are older? Or was you closer, or was your relationship better when you were younger?
Well, we was real close when we was young. We played together. We went to church together. We even went to school together. And now since we've grown, we visit each other and we go different places. Sometimes we go to church together and we go out to outings like picnics and stuff. So I guess it was the same way when we were small or when I got grown, because we still go different places and we are close and we have dinner together and we just care for each other and we love being around each other. And sometimes we have picnics, and 2 or 3 times we had family reunion gathering, and that was nice. We enjoyed that. And our brother came from Ohio. He came down to be with us. We just had a good time.
That's good. What knowledge do you see yourself passing down to the future generation? For example, what knowledge do you see yourself passing down to me?
What I instill in you is telling you to keep God first in your life, pray, and be good and kind to people, and just be a good person. Don't be mean and act angry with nobody. Just care for them like you would yourself. That's what I try to instill in you. And treat people like you would want them to treat you.
Okay. What do you know? What do you want to be known / remembered for when you leave this earth?
I would like to be known for being a Christian lady, a lady that feared God and went to church praising God and instilling in my children to praise God. And I always tell them to put God first in everything they do. So that's what I would like for them to say, that she was a Christian lady. She lived a Christian life.
Good. And I will comment on that as well. One thing that you will be known for me, that I will be able to say, is that you always kept faith and you always did what you had to do for your children. You were well known for helping others in need of time, always caring regardless of the situation or anything that they have done for you. You'll give your shirt off your back if you could to someone who needs it. So I could say that you are a very warm, welcoming person, and any way that you can help, you would. So that's my part that I wanted to say.
Okay, well, thank you.
Can you think of a non-death loss in your life that resulted in you grieving?
What?
Have you grieved? Let me see how can we word this. Have you grieved and no one died or nothing like that? Or just say, for instance, if someone had gave you a report that so-and-so has cancer and she has so many days to live, or it's just stage 1. Someone not dying but giving you bad news. Have you ever had that experience?
Yes, I have. My sister, I had it with my sister. She had to have a kidney, and we couldn't find one, and she had to go to dialysis, and we was just grieving, and she would be sick, and wasn't nothing I could do because I couldn't give her a kidney. So I agree with that because I wasn't no help to her.
Okay. What does going home mean to you?
Going home,
Be with the
that
Lord.
going home to like passing away.
Yes.
Well, I'm preparing for that day to come when He comes for me, and I'm hoping, I'm praying that I'll make it into heaven. I've been planning that for a long time, praising God. I've been praying, going to church, Sunday school, and I've been just praising Him every chance that I could get, and letting Him know that I thank Him for everything He do for me. He wakes me up in the morning. The clock don't wake me up, but God wakes me up, and I be on my journey, and He does everything for me that need to be did, and I just praise Him, and I'm planning on making it in when my day comes.
Okay, that's a good response. I loved it. Do you feel like you've gotten more stuck in your ways as you age, or do you feel more laid back?
Well, I guess might be stuck in my ways. Then I feel like I'm laid back because I do what I want to do, and I don't have nobody to tell me to do nothing. So, and I just do what I want. And I think I'm laid back in my way. I cook, clean up. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Laid back. I do all that and just be content and praising God.
Can you tell me about your ideal vacation? What if you could think of something or whatever you wanted to do, could you tell me about your ideal vacation?
Well, I would like to, I already told you that I wanted to go to New York. And I told you about I had been on a cruise. And I could just travel, go to different places, I don't know no certain place, just travel and see the world, all I can see.
Okay. Well, how was your day today?
Well, I had a good day. I got up and I praised God. And I went to the store.
I have one question. I hate to interrupt you. When you say you wake up and praise God, what does that consist of? You just praying or what?
Yes, that consists of me thanking Him for my last night's sleep, and for Him waking me up, and praising Him, telling Him to be with me on my journey wherever I go, and direct my path in the street, in my car, on the highways and byways. That's what I mean when I say I get up and be praising Him. I be asking Him to take care of me through the day.
Okay. And what else you said you did today?
I went to my great grandson's party. He was 2 today, and I went to his party, and we had a good time. It was a construction 2 party, and they was jumping in baskets, whatever the things they be jumping in, and they was skating, and some of them were shooting pools, and they was dancing, and they were just having a good time. Then after that, we all ate, and we sung happy birthday to him, and it just was nice. I
So you said that was your great grandson?
Yes, that was Simone's little boy. The ones was interviewing me. That was her little boy's party that I went to today.
Okay, that's my little boy.
Yeah, that was your little boy.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it.
That's good. That's good. Had a lot of family members to come out, and
We did.
everything was peaceful. No one was arguing.
Nothing like that.
It was a good time.
Good time. We had lots of food and drinks and cakes. And they had candy, apples, and they had, they just had a lot of stuff. Rice Krispies and different things they had. They had little construction helmets to put on their head. They had tractors to ride on, and little toy tractors and balloons, and it was real nice. I really enjoyed it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you could enjoy that. I enjoyed it. I was a little tired from that party, boy. It can't wear you out. I can't say that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we had to come and do this interview.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so can you tell me if you could change one thing about your life, what would it be?
I don't know nothing that I could change about my life because
I have had a good life so far. There ain't nothing that I would change that I know of. I don't know that I would change.
Okay, that's an okay answer. If I could change something in my life, I wouldn't, because I like the way that, everything happens for a reason, and I'm with you, Miss Stamps. I don't see nothing I would change my life about either. I love my son. I didn't have him when I was married, but I'm thankful for him now, and because he's making me do things that I probably wouldn't be doing if I didn't have him, striving to, I'm in school to get my master's and complete my teaching certification. So he also as well pushes me so I can become a better person for him.
mm-hmm. It sounds good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. If college and money weren't an issue, what would have been your career of choice?
I would like to have been a nurse. Like taking care of people, and that's what I would have liked to be, a nurse.
Okay. What is your opinion of nursing homes?
There are pros and cons about that. One, because overall I think they are good and bad. For those that, don't have any options in life, but at the same time, you need devoted carekeepers that really care about, the people's health and well-being. That's what's lacking in most of them today.
Okay. How do you feel that two of your siblings are in the nursing home?
not the choice that I would have taken. But at the same time, we didn't have, many options, because we all was, up in age, and we couldn't provide the care, that they needed. So we had to, let them go to the nursing home. But we go to see them, on a regular basis, and we take them little things, they ask for, like candy, gum, or whatever like that when we go and visit them. And that's what we do.
Okay. Would you want to be put in a nursing home?
No, I wouldn't. But if there were no options, I pray that at the same time they would join and keep me out of the nursing home. But I think that they would, because they really, take care of me now. So I don't think they would put me in a nursing home.
Okay.
And see, they would, take care of me, or either they would have someone to stay with me, until they get home from work. That's what I believe they would do.
Okay. Do you think that places like nursing homes, facilities for the elderly, are a good or a bad thing?
Well, I think they're good, and then I think it's bad because you have to have people that care for people in nursing home. And most of these people, they don't want to care for people. They want the job, but they don't care. You call them and they act like they don't hear them and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think it's a good place, but some people have to go there. They don't have another choice but to go.
Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. Do you or have you heard of people being mistreated in a nursing facility?
Yes, I have.
Oh, really? Can you tell me the situation that happened?
Well, I have a brother that has been neglected, and at the same time, he was given the wrong medicine. But now he's doing better. After we had to go in and tell him that it was something wrong, they act like it wasn't nothing wrong with him, but it was. But he's doing better.
It's good. Do you think that the elderly is better mentally and physically if they're able to stay at home with the help or live with family instead of the nursing facility?
I think they would benefit more if they be able to stay at home. They would be able to be more comfortable, I believe, at home, and be with and know they surrounding. I think they would be better at home. I believe they would. I would.
Okay. What could your children do to support you better as you age?
Well, I don't think they could do no more now than for me, I don't believe they could do no more because they do, good by me right now. They come see about me, and they take me places, and they give me everything that I need or ask them for, and just I don't think that would be what did you ask me? I don't think, that's, right now, I don't think they could do no more for me than they already doing. I'm all mixed up here, I'm tired, and this stuff here is getting to me. Now what else?
Okay, Miss Sims. We're almost done. We have about maybe 10, 15 more. But we're gonna push through, okay? It's okay to laugh sometimes.
It sure is.
Because we are both tired in here.
I know I'm tired. Ooh, man. I'm real tired.
But we're pushing through.
I had a busy day today.
Yes, we have
Well,
both.
We gonna make it though.
Yes, we
Good
almost done.
God, we gonna make
And
it.
he's in the building.
He's in charge.
Thank
you.
you.
He is.
Yes, I think that just powered us up right there, don't you
Yeah.
think?
I think it did.
Okay.
We needed that.
We did. We did. I
Yes,
think
we
we was
did.
holding it in a little too long.
That's it. Sure was.
Okay. So I asked you, what could your children do to support you better as you age, and you said that they pretty much do everything that you need them to do plus more. So it's nothing that you need or want from your kids. Basically, everything you have, it's no wants, it's no, oh, well, I want to do this, or, anything that you could think of, your children do it for you, correct?
Correct.
That is a
That's it.
blessing. That's a
That's
blessing. Your children are there for you 100%.
They are.
They don't disrespect you.
No. You couldn't pay them to do that.
That's wonderful, because let's just talk about the people today
Yes.
and how they don't raise their
how they raise their children.
right, because
They don't raise them like I raised mine.
for example, how I raised my son is totally different how you raise your children, right?
That's correct.
Because I do a lot of things. Can you tell me some things that I do different that you did not do with your kids?
Well, you just let him have his way with everything he do. If he throw something on the floor, you don't spank him and tell him that's wrong. You just, all right, Trey, I'm gonna get you now. That's the way you do, and a whole lot of things, and he be drawing his hand back at, gonna hit you, and you said, tap him, tell him, you want to fight? See, you don't do that. I didn't raise mine like that.
Okay, so you tell me if your child was, any one of your kids was to draw back at you.
Ooh wee, they would get a good little whooping. I would spank them the first time. They do it again, I'm gonna have to get a little belt. And then they'll know not to ever draw their hand back at me.
So your advice to me would be not to allow him to draw back as in playing or none of that. Tell him don't play with me like that.
Well, that's a good way, because you play with them like that and they'll be wanting to play with you when you don't want to. And then that's a problem. See, so you don't play with them like that. You let them know when you're playing and when you are not playing. So that's the way you do that.
Okay, that's saying straight to the point. Don't play with them. Do what you need to do. So that's what us mothers do that you see is not right, correct?
Correct.
What's the other things that you see in today's world that the parents do not do that we are doing that you did not do that's hurting us as parents?
Well, you let them have their way. They can play the games till they want to. You don't stop them. You let them play their bedtime. They still playing the game. You letting them play. You you just do different from what I did, because when time for to go to bed, my children had to go to bed. They couldn't be up late at night, and it's just different. They wants to play with the children. They want to be their friend. See, you can't be a child's friend and be their parents too. You have to be the parents and not play. That's the way I see it. That's the way I raised mine. And I
Now,
think they should be raised like that today, because they are so bad. Even the teachers at school have problems with them. They be talking back to the teacher. Now you know that's wrong.
now, Miss Simpson, as you know, I just started my first year as a certified teacher at Warren Junior, correct?
Correct.
Now, how they are teaching us teachers how to deal with kids are it's totally different how your teacher dealt with you versus how how me as a teacher have to deal with those kids. For instance, I'm not gonna say any names and call any child's name out, but I have a child in my class and she told me I had them filling out a student information card, and she told me that she came up to me and said, "Well, Miss Sam, I don't have my grandmother. I don't deal with my mom or my dad. My grandmother is the one who takes care of me." Now, when she said that, I immediately thought, okay, this child is not like me. My mom and dad dealt with me, but you as my grandma raised me. I can't say that my parents weren't there. So when I look at her, I have to realize that she's a different or a unique child. She didn't grow up in a two-parent home. She doesn't have her mom. She doesn't have her dad. Her grandmother is probably the age difference me and you are. Mm-hmm. So nowadays, like you said, the kids are, more disrespectful and all of the above. But how I look at her is maybe she's raising herself. Maybe her grandmother, is old now. She just really can't do it, but she's taking care of her granddaughter because she loves her. But, she probably has some disabilities at home, and this child maybe has to take care of her grandmother. Mm-hmm. So we look at it as being different, but we also have to just take a step back and see what this child sees when they go home.
Yeah.
Because if they go home and they have to be the adult or the parent and take care of themselves, plus her grandmother or her baby brother or something like that, then her lifestyle is already growing up at a young age. She's having to be a child at school, but be an adult when she goes home.
Well, I wouldn't say it like that. If a grandmother is taking care of her, her grandmother must be able to cook and do for her, because if she couldn't, she wouldn't be with her grandparents. They'd be to put her in foster care or something. But her grandmother can take care of her. That's the way I see it. Her grandmother can do for her. So she wouldn't have to be a adult when she go home. She could just be a child, because her grandmother's there for her, for whatever she needs. Because if she wouldn't, she couldn't come to school and be clean and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Well, it's just different nowadays, and a lot of people make excuses and why children act the way they do, and it's just.
Yeah, it's different. It's I don't know what to say about them, but one thing, then they can't whoop them like we used to. But you can punish them, give them chores to do, and like that. That's the only thing you can do, and tell them what you're gonna do, because you whoop them now, the law wants to step in, and I don't see that. I don't know why, because if I can't raise my child, whoop them or chastise them like I want to, then I don't know what to do. Them people must need to take them and take care of them, since they don't want me to raise them right. No, they want them to get out in the street while they can put them in jail and stuff like that. That's the way I see it. Because if they didn't, they would let you chastise your child. You're not there to hurt them. You're there to raise them, and you want them to be good and respectful child. That's the way I see it.
Okay. So can you tell me how did you whoop your kids when
I whooped them with belts or whatever I could get. Switches. I used to send them out to get switches and to whoop them with. And they be giving me them little bitty switches, and I switch them up, tie them together, and whoop them. That's what I did. And belts. They didn't do that much for me to whoop them though. The only trouble they had to wash dishes different days, and one or two wouldn't wash them they day, and the other one wouldn't step in and wash them. And then when I come in, they in the bed or whatever, I'm pulling the cover back, and all of them getting a whooping because that one didn't do what she was supposed to do.
So I just want to understand this. So you're telling me that if one of your kids didn't do what they supposed to be doing, you're telling me that you whooped all of them?
Yes, because when she didn't do it, what they were supposed to have did was to do that and let me know that that child didn't do it, and then that child would have been the one to get the whooping. I did it.
So you punish everyone for
Yes.
one mistake?
Yes, correct.
Okay. I see parents, of course, wouldn't do that. See, in my opinion, I wouldn't do that. But, you did that, and look how your kids came out.
That's right. You look at them. They
None of-
respectful,
Right?
and you couldn't pay them to talk back to me.
They're not disrespectful.
That's it.
No one is in jail.
And they tell me that they was proud of the way that I raised them. I kept them out of jail and everything. I raised them the right way that they were supposed to be raised.
Well, that you are absolutely right that I'm going to say us young mothers, do not think how you think. And then another reason why we don't think how you all think, because I always said, ooh, when I have my child, I ain't going to treat them how I was treated.
Yes, indeed.
I
You
said
wasn't
that.
treated bad. I
I
don't know
wasn't.
what you was talking about. Just because you had to wash dishes and clean up, you thought that was bad. That was learning you how in life what you got to do, and you would be able to do it. It was training you how life would be and things that you would have to do in life growing up.
That's right, but I just didn't want to be told nothing to do.
Yeah. Well, you see, you was disobedient child. That's what you was. Didn't want nobody to tell you nothing. But you got told, and you did what they told you to do. I'm a witness to that.
We all know.
Yeah.
We all know. So that is really how everything played a part. But I'm thankful and grateful the way that I was raised. But I always just, for some reason, said I wouldn't raise my child like that. I would want to be a little nice, simply because he won't have to sneak and do anything.
Well, he gonna sneak anyway. I don't care how you treat him. They gonna do sneaky stuff. And you just,
I
just watch. You
I
will
just
see.
want him to be able to come to me and say, Mama, I want to go out, or Mama, I want to do this. I don't want him to be afraid to ask me, can he go somewhere or do something, or feel like he got to be sneaky. He can just come to me and say, this is what I want to do.
Well, I don't, you know what? When you thinking they sneaky, they are sneaky. They trying to get out and do things that they're not supposed to do. They either trying to sneak out to see a girl, or either they trying to sneak out to see a boy. That's the part it is. And they know they not gonna tell you, can I go and see him at this young age? So they sneak out, yeah, and act like they going somewhere else. I know a grandchild used to tell me she be going to some girl's house. And please God, when I found out she was grown, she wasn't going. She was sneaking out to see a boy. But I figured that, but you know, I just let it went on. But I kind of figured because, see, I knew children, but I didn't say anything. And please God, she told it when she got grown. That's what she did.
Ain't that something?
Yes, indeed.
Just run her mouth and tell everything that actually happened. But I guess she felt comfortable then. I guess she wasn't so comfortable when she was young to tell you.
No.
Because
she
you would have said, no, you can't go over there and do that.
Amen. Sure would.
Now,
Yes.
if you would have been their grandparent and said, well, such and such, can you tell me what's going on? I just want to be the person that you can come and talk to, and I'm not going to be so judgmental and hard. Do you think she'd have been able to tell you the truth?
What, at that time?
Yes.
No. She wouldn't have told me the truth. Because if she had she didn't know that I wouldn't have let her win. She didn't know that. Because it was wrong. And she wasn't of age to be doing whatever that she was trying to do.
Okay. Well, that's in the past, right?
Right. That's fast.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's a successful, well, I hope she's successful.
Yeah, she's a successful young lady now. She's doing well. She is.
That's good.
I praise God for her.
Well, that's good. Well, Miss Stamps, I think we have concluded our final and last interview for Sociology of Aging.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I'm so happy. I'm glad I was available to help you out in this. And I hope you be successful. And I hope you make a good grade too.
Yes.
Praise the Lord.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm glad this is the end. We have one more week in this class, so we take a final and things of that nature. But I enjoyed interviewing with you every week, and this was most definitely the most challenging one because this has to be an hour.
Yes.
So we have gotten to that mark, and I just want to say thank you for allowing me to ask you questions and share this with my Sociology of Aging professor. This class has grown me to know more about how older people think and how they act as well to certain things. And this class has drawn me closer to you, so I know how you feel about certain things that honestly that I just didn't ask you about. So I'm really excited that I got the chance to do this, and this will bring back memories, and hopefully this brought us together a little closer as well, even though we were close. So
Yes. And I'm glad I was available to help you out in this situation. And may God bless you and keep you as you journey on in this class.
thank you so much, Grandma.
You're welcome.
Bye.
So what else you gonna say?
That you're an awesome grandmother, and I just thank you. Any questions that you have for me?
No, I don't have any questions for you. Just hope you keep on and be successful in everything you do, and keep God first in your life, and just praise God as you go on your journey through this life, and just be patient and have care for others like you would for yourself. And that's about all I can say, I guess.
That's good. Well, Miss Stamps, it's been a pleasure. Any questions that you have for me concerning my class?
Somebody at the school what you go to?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you getting along in the class?
So I'm glad that you asked that. So far, on every interview that I have had with you so far, I have made 100.
Oh, that's good.
I have made 100, and we have to transcript everything, well, 10 minutes of everything that we say in the interview.
Okay.
So once I interview with you, I always go back and listen to it one time just to hear everything, and then I'll go back again and listen to it, and I'll stop and pause it so I can type in the information, the words that you said and the words that I said.
Okay.
So I am once again, Ms. Stamps, just thankful that you were able to help me out in this course. We have reached the end. Thank you.
And you are welcome. I was glad to help you out. It was a struggle for me. I couldn't think like I wanted to, but I did the best that I could to help you out, because I wanted you to be successful in this class.
Thank you so much. Well, you are a part of me being successful in this class, so without you, I couldn't have this 100A or these A's that I have received. So once again, Ms. Stamps, thank you just for being the awesome grandmother that you are. And like I said earlier, I'm glad that I had this opportunity to be able to interview you. And now I will conclude this and say, Grandma, this is the last interview that I have for this class, and we don't have to interview again.
Thank you. And I am very happy that this is the end. It was a struggle for me.
Thank you.